Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Charles, thanks for redeeming Put on the Hat. If you're wondering why the hat is going crazy, it's because I just fixed it. And so it is playing catch up with everything that has happened over the last however many days of brokenness there have been. So right now, if I had to guess, it's probably going through the 5 gift subs that Rainbow Kappa gave away, like, I don't know, 3 days ago. But we'll give it a moment. We'll see if it gets all caught up. Thanks for redeeming Charles' hat, Charles. And thanks for redeeming Put on the Hat. We are on day 4.5. Technically day 5 because days can only be rounded. This might be the last day if things suddenly go very well for me in this game. But we are continuing back. Show up on the screen, game. Back to the Future of the Game. Which is an excellent story so far, might I add. The only problem with it really is how slow I am at it. So let's get back to it. When we last left off, we were in a hurry to go pick up my daughter or son from someplace. Oh, yeah, it was Monday, October 12th, 1931. That's what it is. And we were outside the school. And just as I start, I get a text message. Are you wanting me to start? Okay, sorry. Brain had to deal with my wife texting me. So, hi, Smiley. Welcome back. You were needing a ride to Doc's Lab. That is correct. And I feel like we were talking to everybody, and I think I'm going to continue that train of thought because I don't know what else to do. We got to recap here. This will be a good way to recap, so. Furs and Doc's photo home. That is correct. How's the DeLorean?
I'm having trouble finding another set of wheels. You sure I can't?
Not till I finish running these tests. Perhaps an electric commuter train.
This is 1931, remember?
Oh, right. Well, I'm sure you'll find something.
I want an electric commuter train. I heard on the news the other night that they were trying to put in like some streetcar somewhere in like St. Paul or Minneapolis.
So, what do we do about
And apparently it's like
Only
a
one thing we
$2
can do.
million project, but there's like a $180,000 solution to the problem.
Why would she believe me? She said she knows you inside and out.
Then you'll have to resort to skullduggery. You've done it before. You gotta be getting good at it by now.
Skullduggery, that's a good word.
Yeah, I guess I am.
You know what? I don't think Doc's our solution here. So it sounded like they're going to go with the other solution, which is just more buses, which I'm okay with that. Although streetcars sound cool.
Back again, Mr. Corleone? What can I help you with?
I was thinking.
Okay. I feel like we
Rather
did
hard
this
for
one.
me to picture Emmett as a chick.
Chick mag...
A guy who gets the girl.
Motors?
Who makes them.
You mean a chic?
Yeah, we definitely did that one yesterday.
It's a matter of taste, I
I'm clicking
suppose,
through 'em
but
real fast.
When he's properly
Happy
pomaded
Ban
and
Gilligan Day.
decked
Why are
out
we
like my
banning Gilligan
grandfather
today?
Makes my...
What did Gilligan do?
You say you know Emmett as a model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do. Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
We talked about this too.
Plutonium? What would Libyans want with plutonium? I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward...
So you say Emmett only has eyes for you?
Absolutely. It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
Well, it's good to hear he's finally settling down.
Gilligan knows what he
Yes.
did? Oh,
Settling down?
okay, well.
You know, ready to stop playing the field, as it were.
I'll only ban
Playing
Smiley. I mean,
Oh, you're
Gilligan if
joking.
Smiley demands I ban Gilligan. But I feel
What the heck is this mental
like that's not the
alignment
right
meter of
reason.
Emmett's?
Oh, It's an absolutely revolutionary invention. Measures a person's affinities, what he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by, that sort of thing.
Interesting. And it really works?
Well, of course, my purposes.
Okay, so we got this changed the greetings here. So let's go to Emmett's a
I can't
heartbreaker.
help feeling sorry for him.
Who?
All of Emmett's other girls, now that he's with you.
We talked about this
Please,
before.
I think I know Emmett by now. There are no other girls.
He has a little
I
black
wonder what's
book.
gonna happen to Emmett's little black book?
Hey, Rainbow, you
Little
can't reveal
black
my deepest,
book?
darkest secrets,
Oh,
Edna.
it's
That's
legendary.
fictional like this
That's
game.
what enabled Emmett to become the, Valentino of Hill Valley High. Gee, I wonder if he'd let me have it.
You must think I'm pretty gullible, Mr. Corleone.
Also a good 5-stream streak. I'll mention this news today, too. We don't have to worry about jury duty again. I got dismissed. I wasn't cool enough to be on the jury, and it kind of makes me... Yeah, I found this interesting, and I didn't think it was... At the time they said it, it didn't really... I thought it was just silly that they said it, but at the same time, I now completely understand why they emphasized it. They told us all, before any selection stuff happened, they told us all that there were 120 of us, and they only needed 12. So a good percentage of us were going to get sent home, and it's not that they think we're not impartial or anything like that. They just, picked the people that they picked. So, not to feel bad if we were eliminated or anything like that. And here's the thing. At the time they said it, I didn't really think anything of it. And then I got dismissed, and then suddenly I want to know why I was dismissed. I don't really care. This is the weird thing. I don't really care. Like, I'm happy that I got dismissed in the sense that I don't want to miss any more work. And I really don't want to take the time to do it. And I didn't really want to be on this particular jury for a number of reasons, because it was not going to be a fun trial. But I was not wearing the Mario hat. But here's the thing. I still want to know why I was dismissed. Like, I want to know what factor it was that made them decide, we don't want him. But, I have it narrowed down to 4 things. And I'm probably wrong on all 4 counts. But either 1, somebody knew me, which is very possible. I don't know, like, I think that's one of the reasons they brought so many people in for this particular trial, was because I think there was a good chance that there was a good percentage of people who could be eliminated simply on knowing the person or being involved with somebody involved in the trial. Second possibility is they were somehow connected to one of the schools I work for. And that one seemed pretty likely to me, but I have not found a connection yet. So that's not it. Or maybe not that. When I went for this county, they told us and showed us they had a rolling spinning basket like for bingo numbers. They literally drew names out of that basket. Interesting. So, I know for certain, like, that's... I know that that's not how they eliminated us. I know, actually, maybe I don't know that with certainty, but there was definitely, like, they ran us through some processes, so they had some data on us that they were using. Like, that's what I had to do yesterday. Yesterday I had to give them all sorts of, like, 15 pages of data, answering questions, and they used that somehow to eliminate me today. But the other 2 things, and yeah, it is some sort of case bias that they were eliminating me from. But I think the other 2 things, and you can infer whatever you want from these 2 other things. I'm not under any form of secrecy at this point. One is I have a daughter, and that might have been the reason. I could imagine that they eliminated every person in the jury that had a daughter for this particular case. And then the fourth thing, and this one kind of intrigued me, and it makes me wonder. Like, I kind of want to know what the outcome of this case is. Like, I kind of want to call the courthouse and ask if anybody can attend trials, because now I kind of want to go to this as a bystander just to see, what the entire situation was. But the fourth possibility, and it was one of the more interesting, I thought more interesting questions on the thing, was, have you ever been a mandatory reporter? And if you don't know what that is, there's some statutes, at least here in Minnesota, that if you are in a certain role, namely teachers or working at a school, there are other ones too, but that's a pretty big overarching category. If you see or hear something regarding a number of crimes, you fall into a category known as mandatory reporter, and you are mandated to report it to the state. And there's a possibility, I could imagine, where this particular case was a mandatory reporter case, where it had nothing, like, maybe there was really nothing going on, but there was enough reason for somebody to report something, and it led to something bigger and more questions, and now there's a trial because of it. So I could imagine that being the thing, and I don't know why they would necessarily want to eliminate mandatory reporters, but I could see that being the reason I got eliminated as well. But my bet, and this is actually, I will tell you the most surprising thing, because I spent a little bit of time researching it after I got out after today. Not the trial so much, but the person who was on trial. And the most interesting thing, and I found this, for some reason, I found this hard to believe. This city that I live in has grown significantly in the 38 years that I've lived here. And sometimes my brain doesn't comprehend just how big this place has gotten, especially since the county is even bigger than my city. That's like, so the area that we are covering. But this person who was on trial lives in my city, is married to somebody who grew up in my city, or was married to them. And the most interesting thing about all of that to me is that when I went looking on Facebook with them, or for them, and about them, they were 2 deep away from me, which is rare for people in my city, especially when they have as many friends as they had on Facebook. Because normally, like, I've got a good number of friends, and my wife has a good number of friends, and between the two of us, like, I would say a very, very large percentage of people in town are 1 deep away. Meaning there's one, like, I can go through one person to get to them. Like, we have a number of people who are 0 deep, obviously, but they were 1 deep from, they were 2 deep from me, was the weird part. Like, their friends, I think there were 5 people that were friends of me, which that intrigues me, because that's, in my mind, that's a rare thing. Smiley, I will send you the name as soon as I remember it again. No, my wife asked me it earlier too, and I can't remember the last name all of a sudden, and I have it in my history, so I can pull it out. But I just got it. I will send it to you after stream. I just had to get the first letter back in my head, and as soon as I had it, I had the name again. So, but how much association would get you out of the case? I'm assuming anybody in the case knowing who I was would be enough for it to happen, probably. It'll. Okay, fine. I will send you the last name. No, I'll send you the whole name. Give me a moment. Hold on, I'm gonna check the last name real quick just to make sure I'm right, because my brain just keeps. There you go. Do me a favor though, Smiley. If you somehow know this person directly and all that, please don't tell them that I told you that I was on their jury trial. I don't know how secretive, and I'm not trying to cause trouble here. That's part of, I'm not trying to spread, because we don't know whether this person is guilty or not guilty, and we shouldn't be making assumptions. So, because it's really easy. Like, I completely understand this idea, this bias, that inherently, if somebody's in court, they're guilty. Like, that's a really easy thing to do.
This one time, to power one of his science experiments, Emmett hijacked a train.
Please, there hasn't been a train hijacking in Hill Valley since the days of Mad Dog Tannen.
Emmett's done a lot of shady things in his time. My vice principal warned me to stay away from him.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt. Okay, so she doesn't...
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Still looking.
Do we have things to give people? Maybe she wants a cookie.
How about an algae cake?
Don't mind if I do. Not bad. Algae, you say? I'm going to suggest that they add that to the menu at the orphanage.
She's got green teeth, too.
Ahem.
I'm trying to figure out what the significance
Back
of
again, Mr.
the
Corleone? What can I help you with?
I was
of
thinking.
the LG cookies are.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Still looking.
What if we gave an LG cookie to everyone? What's this one? List of Emmett's strengths. Do you want an LG cookie?
How about an algae cake?
Guess I am feeling a bit peckish. Where the hell'd you get that crap?
The expo.
Oh. Let's give them to Arthur. Hey, Tech, welcome
How about
in.
an algae cake?
Much
Hey! Welcome on in, Ben Ben. How's it going?
That was different?
Guys, if you don't know Ben Ben, where have you been? No. Ben Ben's another amazing member of Family Friendly TV, Dead by Daylight. Ooh. Interesting. How's it going, man? We are... Hi, Ken. Welcome in. Hi, Steven. Hi, Prom. Welcome on in. We are playing Back to the Future. This is a old Telltale game called Back to the Future, the game. I can recap everything. It's 5 episodes long. We are 4 episodes in. I've been doing pretty well. And we are currently in 1931 trying to end a relationship between Edna Strickland and our good friend Doc McBrown. Because apparently in one of our previous episodes, we accidentally made them fall in love. And if you can imagine what would happen if Strickland and Brown got together, it's world domination. That we created a world where the two of them were ruling the world, which it just doesn't work out. So, Kin, thanks for the follow. But we are a little lost, so we've been handing out LG cakes to everybody that's here. So far, that hasn't resulted in anything either. So we're just trying to figure out where to go next. So how's everybody's day been? How was Dead by Daylight? Maybe Doc wants some LG cookies. We're trying to figure out how to get out of this area, and that seems to be where our problem is at the moment.
How about an algae cake?
Ugh, that tastes exactly like the sludge that Edna was pumping into me back in the Citizen Plus ward.
Just a quick little Tuesday stream. Nice, nice. I thought didn't we give the diamond to... Let's try giving her yet another LG cake. So this might also be our grandma.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo.
We don't know yet.
Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I just march up to that Strickland dame and give her a smack in the puss?
Well, it would be fun to watch, but it wouldn't get her to break up with my friend Emmett.
Oh, right. You got all the props I asked for? The furs and the diamond? And your friend's photo album?
Not all of them yet, but I'm working on it.
Good. I'm itching to give Miss High and Mighty an eyeful.
What if we give her the diamond now?
Voila.
Say,
That's very cool.
Pretty snazzy for a phony rock. Gimme. Keep that up, and I may take a real shine
Are you
to
watching the
You
basketball
take a
tournament,
fake
Ben
shine
Ben?
to Emmett.
it. I'm working on it. How about the furs in the photo album?
March
I'll get 'em
Madness.
to you.
So now we need the furs. There's something obvious I'm not seeing, and I don't know what it
Back
is,
again, Mr.
and it's
Corleone?
driving me nuts.
What can I help you with?
I was thinking. That's all the questions I got.
Very well then.
Maybe...
Still looking.
We can't give away the notebook. Marty's guitar isn't going to do us any good. What is the newspaper? 19? Nope, that won't work. Let's try the book one more
That
time.
notebook belongs to Doc. The real Doc.
Organic LG cakes.
I don't feel like serenading anyone right now. Hey, Artie.
Can't talk right now.
Maybe this guy's mad at us now
Yeah?
that we gave him an LG
When does
cake.
the expo
Not till
open?
tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the grounds.
Is your bracket broken at this point? Mine is. I think I had oh, I'm gonna look it up because I don't want to get it wrong. I've already forgotten who I put there. Men's tournament challenge. Good old I'm sitting at 770. My bracket is technically broken because I had picked UNC to make it, which is unfortunate. But I've got, I guess I still have one team. I have one team in the Final Four, it looks like, which I guess isn't great. It's kind of annoying. It's always fun, though, to see how brackets break. And when they break. And how they break.
Seriously, I am not stealing this truck.
I just need a way out
Hey,
of here.
buddy.
Oh, good. He's back.
You still cheesed off at...
Yeah.
What
I
kind
swear
of
we've talked
stuff
to
have they got
everybody.
You hauling here?
How the heck would I?
Stay out of trouble, cue ball.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Edda has no other lines.
Back again, Mr. Corleone? What can I help you with?
I was thinking. I wonder what's gonna happen to Emmett's little black...
Little black.
Oh, it's...
You must think I'm.
Okay, so she doesn't...
That's all the...
Very well then.
Still looking.
I feel like whatever's wrong is centered on her.
I am not giving away my picture of Dad.
Do.
Hi, Trix.
This is what happens to me, though. I get
hiya,
stuck in
kiddo.
this game.
Say, wouldn't it be smacking?
Well, it would be fun to watch.
Oh, right.
So, you got everything you need.
And she wouldn't take the algae cakes, right?
More algae cake?
Once is enough, kiddo. Thanks.
There's nobody else to give algae cakes. What happens if you give cue ball cake? He says nah.
Ahem.
Back again, Mr. Corleone?
I was thinking. Rather hard.
When makes my.
That's all the...
Very well then.
Still looking.
Let's go back to Doc one more time, because I don't know that I've dived into every one of Doc's menus. Maybe Doc needs his book. Maybe that's the problem.
That notebook belongs to Doc. The real Doc.
That is the real Doc. Oh, kind of. Okay, how do we get rid of Edna?
What do...
Only one thing we can do. Lie. Make me out to be a less desirable catch than I really am.
Why would she believe me? She said she knows you in.
Then you'll have to resort to
We've
skullduggery.
already been through that one.
Yeah.
Where's the younger
Any
you?
idea what your teen?
Unless I miss my guess, he's in the garage.
He's in the
Can't
garage.
Get it?
Which we knew.
There.
Keep clicking the wrong thing here. I got a
Think
plan.
I'm starting to get a plan.
Good. Tell me. No, don't. After all, it's my history we're talking about. If I learn how you're planning on altering it, my resolve may weaken.
I don't think I can.
Good news. I think Trixie's gonna go along with my scheme.
Pursue whatever strategies you like, but please don't tell me the details.
Dad never told me about a Hill Valley Expo.
It was meant for the Texans.
Oh.
Yeah, we've done all of those. Gosh. Is there anything else we can click right here? No. When point-and-click games get difficult. Street. Oh my
If we're
gosh.
gonna get to Emmett's, I need to find some wheels.
So, yes, I can click on the street. And then it complains about needing wheels. And we can't take the DeLorean. There's a kid on, like, a scooter up there. Trixie is no use to us. The diorama... I mean, I guess the diorama could still be part of it. Should we go look at the diorama one more time and see what we can find?
Press button to experience future Hill Valley, circa 1981.
There's wheels on that. Oh my gosh, really? Are you kidding
My
me?
future wouldn't be built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Corleone. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth.
We found a
Speaking of
skateboard.
him, I better go see what's keeping him.
I'll check him out.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't. The last thing he needs is another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Tut tut. Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
Oh, yes. For
I
those of
think
you
it
that
may be
don't
in your
recall,
best interests.
he was
See?
Carl Sagan at the beginning of this whole thing. And he
Let's go
supposedly
somewhere where
burned
we
down
can
a
talk
speakeasy.
privately.
He didn't, but...
Go. I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
Okay, we gotta go find Doc. Train, skateboard. Street.
Hang on, Emmett. Hope you're ready for a big breakup.
We did it, guys. We finally got out of this area.
Emmett?
Wait, why wasn't Kid in jail?
Thanks again for your assistance, Detective Parker.
Detective? What the hell is Kid doing here?
Nothing
So that was
criminal, I
Biff,
assure you.
kind of.
I was just getting a
His
mind
grandpa.
map of Mr. Tannen for our exhibition at the expo. The authorities wouldn't allow Edna and I to stage a demonstration of the mental alignment meter with a violent felon, but this little baby is just as good. Okay, let's see now what's next. Check the stew, sort the maps. Ooh, I almost forgot that.
Edna really is cracking the whip, isn't she?
Well, yes, but she's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Did she send you down here to check up on me?
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
No thanks are necessary. Without you, I'd never be where I am now, in love with the woman of my dreams, and a mere 6 hours from my first public triumph as a scientist. Wait a minute. 6 hours? Jumping Jehoshaphat, I'm running out of time!
Okay. We gotta break them up somehow. Let's mix up their mind maps.
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I better replace it with another one.
Yeah, let's replace it with
The
Kid's.
mind of a degenerate criminal.
That's Kid Tannen's mind map, as captured by our mind map helmet.
You could tell he's a criminal just by looking at this?
No, but when it's fed into the mental alignment meter...
Weird.
Weird nothing. It's science.
I feel like we
How
should
does the mental
reprogram the
alignment
machine.
thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
Hey,
The test subject wears this mind mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that?
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
I love how they use punch cards.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe, but to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Hooligan.
Layabout. Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
They should have labeled it slacker. It would have been funnier. Ooh, oil can.
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sure.
Okay, so we got Vince Edna or Emmett that Edna's a slob.
I'd be careful of that if I were you.
Why?
The rocket fuel experiment must have stripped one of the teeth in the hand crank. As a consequence, if you turn it for more than 10 seconds, it sends out an electric shock.
Oh, it did something to his brain. Should we do it again? Okay, didn't do as much as I thought it would. So what if we take our mind map? Can we just take Kid's mind map?
Tannen's mind map. If Emmett's map looked like this, I bet Edna wouldn't think he's such a model citizen.
Why don't we just switch them?
I'd swap Tannen's card with Emmett's, but it's got Tannen's name on
Oh, that's a good
it.
reason
Just
not
have to generate a new mind map for Emmett.
That's the exit. We don't want to leave. Mind map printer. Let's try that. Hey, Silverdown, how's it going?
What's this typewriter do again?
During a mental alignment test, it takes messages from the mind map helmet and turns them into punch cards, like the one for Mr. Tannen over there.
Seems complicated.
Actually, it was all rather easy to put together, once Edna gave me the idea.
Sounds to me like you should be working on harder problems then.
What? Sorry, I've got to get back to work.
Okay, so what do we have? We have motor oil, and a skateboard, and some algae crackers. What if we give him an algae cracker? Really? We gotta walk all the way around the table to give him a cookie?
Hey, Emmett, need a snack?
Desperately. What is it?
Some sort of algae cake. It's supposed to be nutritious.
Wait, did we already
I've
do
heard
this?
of these. Oh, they better be really nutritious.
Okay, that's another red light. So we've got 2 red lights. Maybe we gotta find like a third one.
How goes the bacteria farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. I had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the stench from flooding the lab.
So this machine takes those little cards and tells you whether or not someone's a good guy or bad
Just
guy?
need to stimulate his brain.
Kind of. Actually, the helmet does all the work. The mental alignment meter is just a glorified arcade machine.
So why not just go with the cards?
Edna says that people respond well to flashing lights and snap judgments. I can't argue with that. Every time I kiss her, I see flashing lights and lose all sense of judgment.
No kidding.
What if we...
Phew.
Ugh. Did the clamp fall off again?
Yeah.
Put it back on. Oh, Oh, I don't even know why I keep that bacteria tank around. Every time the clam falls off the nitrogen tube, it takes a couple of minutes before I can get the stench out of the air. Whew.
Okay. So we've got multiple red light, or 3 ways to make red lights. What was the stew pot? Oh.
Hey, Emmett, what's cooking?
That's an old Brown family recipe for Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer.
Rabbit stew. The trick is to add the cumin an hour after the carrots. Take a whiff. Isn't that just about the best thing you've ever smelled in your life?
Good old rabbit stew.
Powerful, yeah.
I've got it on a slow boil for later.
Okay, so that's green lights.
What's this?
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the expo.
The scientist that caught Kid Tannen?
A small exaggeration, but Edna says it'll attract investors. What do you think of the picture?
It's fine.
It's fine.
Really?
Really.
Well, that's a relief. You have no idea how long it took to find one in my
We need
mother's
the photo album.
that Edna approved of.
That's right. We do need the photo album. I forgot about that. Photo album and furs. Mind map, test switch, slide advancer. What is that?
Nothing happened.
Well, that button advances the slides during the mind mapping test. It only works while the test is running.
Okay, so we got to get him to take the test again.
Hey, Emmett, got a sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several.
Oh, here we go. Is all this stuff? Nope, you invented. What's the new clothes? Let's go see Frankenstein. I like that
What do
idea.
you say we take a break for a couple of hours and go see a movie?
Because Frankenstein
Couple
could
of
solve our
hours?
problem.
Actually, it may be more like 70 minutes.
I haven't got a couple of hours. I still got all these mind maps to sort, and the MAM's wiring is still giving me fits, and...
I get it, you're busy.
How are things with your
What are
dad?
things between you and your father? I'm kind of surprised he hasn't torn down your lab yet.
Well, he's still angry with me and threatening to cut me out of his will, but I'm hoping that the civic potential of my mental alignment meter will win him over.
So, you and Edna, how serious are you guys?
Well, we both enjoy a good joke every now and then, but I'd say on the whole we're fairly serious people. Why do you ask?
No. What I mean is, how serious is your relationship?
Doc.
Well, as a scientist, I can't state this with 100% confidence, but I'm provisionally certain that I'm head over heels in love.
Really? With Edna?
What can I say? She's my muse. In the week since we've been courting, she's given me so many wonderful ideas.
I'm
Is all this new
gonna
stuff
skip through
Yes.
these.
mental alignment? I thought you were working on some sort of...
The
Rocket
rocket propulsion
propulsion.
system was far... Whatever happened to Einstein?
I wish I knew.
Where is
Anyway,
Einstein?
I started tinkering with an alternate method of propulsion, but that was before things started heating up with Edna. Our conversations about the possibilities of applying technology to social ills pushed my research in a whole new direction.
We've already had the what's the mental alignment meter. But we'll
What's a mental...
click through it anyway.
It's the most...
What is it?
It reads and interprets the subconscious...
Why would you want to probe people's minds?
Why wouldn't you? Imagine being able to diagnose mental disorders with a flick of a switch, or detect the truthfulness of courtroom testimony merely by connecting a witness to a small portable device.
Your machine does all that?
Not
Did
yet.
we leave him in the
Frankly, right
police
now, the
state
whole
time?
thing's just a gussied up
No.
potentiometer.
I mean,
but
maybe.
With years of refinements and
Yes.
a whole lot of investors, the MAM will be able
but
to
we didn't
identify
bring
countless
him.
psychosis and neurosis, alcoholism, acrophobia, Oedipal complexes.
And?
And then we can set about curing them, of course.
Of course.
Actually, that's even more confusing if you think about it, because we didn't bring him to the police state timeline. So there's problem number one. Number two, we don't even know which Einstein that was. We may have left Einstein in 1931, and then there was another Einstein that was already there from 19 85. Oh no, Einstein. There might be multiple Einsteins. He was definitely in the 1985 timeline because he was the one that walked through the paint. And he was definitely in the Tannen timeline because we used him to distract Edna, but we brought him to the 1985 timeline when the time machine did the emergency going back. So the dog is in a very precarious situation because I'm not really sure which dog is the real dog now, like in terms of timeline order type things, right? Like the one we saw might have been the one that should have been in 1985 already anyway, which then begs the question is, like, I feel like we might have to play this game all over again and simply map out Einstein's timeline. And we still haven't answered the question about how in the world Einstein didn't come back 1 minute later the way he was supposed to. That's the real question. What caused that? And why didn't the Libyans show up to get their plutonium the way they were supposed to? These are two very important questions that we have yet to figure out. Also, we were in the Lone Tree timeline, which is, I guess, both good and bad. It was the later timeline. And actually, I'm even more confused because the timeline that we're on right now is after the train. So maybe the real question is, why were we back in the J.C. Penney parking lot in the first place if that took place after the train, which Marty knows about? So we've got, I feel like maybe the people at Telltale Games took some liberties and broke the timeline. I think that might be what's going on here.
What's with the new threads?
There's my complaints, though, for the moment.
You look like Colonel Sanders.
Who?
Never mind.
Edna gave them to me. She says my usual clothes don't have enough zing for a public exhibition.
Can't believe you invented all this in 2 months.
Well, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of inventing going on here. I just dressed up a $5 potentiometer with a lot of bells and whistles.
But
don't get me wrong, it does a remarkable job of telling whether a subject is currently liking or disliking what they're experiencing. But all the extra stuff about sorting out criminals from model citizens is mostly a bunch of hooey at this point.
Hooey.
did you make a mind map of yourself?
Of course. Take a look.
Edna's right. You are a model citizen.
At least as far as my invention's concerned. Confidentially, this whole enterprise is a little light on the hard science and a little heavy on the smoke and mirrors.
Let's go with tell me about mind mapping again, and maybe...
Tell me how this mental alignment...
Of course. Subjects put on the mind mapping helmet, which I...
Check.
The subject is then exposed to a series of visual stimuli provoking positive, negative, or indifferent reactions that are recorded by the mind map printer.
Yep.
Right.
Once a mind map is judgment on the subject's mental state.
Yep.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay, but we need to get him to...
You look busy. Why don't we talk later?
Sure thing.
Like, we gotta figure out... Maybe I need to watch it again to activate the thing, but it's not... So... Oh, that time he hit the right button. Okay. So then we gotta expose him to a bunch of negative stimuli. So, indifferent. Interesting. Generator.
No!
That's good. So then we want to do, maybe the valve here.
Ew.
Oh.
Okay. And then we want to do... what was the other thing that was a negative response? Was it the easel?
What are you looking at?
Your picture.
Why?
Nah, it's fine.
Whew.
What if I said it's not fine?
What are you looking...
Your picture.
Why?
You look a little constipated.
What? Edna said I looked intense.
Yeah, intensely focused on taking it.
I get the picture. I'll have to find a better one. Unfortunately, there's a lot to choose from.
Ah, we found the photo album.
Heavy.
Extremely. Mother has been rather
Von Braun?
obsessive about photographically cataloging my life.
Okay, what was the other negative thing, though? Stack of my... Oh.
What's this?
The mind map cards from before the expo begin.
Why?
Edna's got this grand scheme to catalog all of Hill.
Not really.
We need... There was one other negative. I already forgot what it was. Oh, I think you need to advance the slides. This was positive. The stew was positive. We did that. I guess we'll just zap them again. What does a record player do?
Ah, that's the stuff.
Nope, that's bad. That's green.
No, don't turn it off. This is my favorite part.
No, I want to turn it off.
Don't touch that.
Hey, Emmett, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take your photo album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture?
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
Don't mention it.
Yes, acquired. Advance the slides. We did the fish tank. Oh, slide.
They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of independent. I am my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay, so we're back to red. Wait, is it like jumping through all of them? So let's hit the printer
According
again.
to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps. This thing reads Emmett's mind. Mind if I...
Go ahead.
Hooligan.
Ah, that'd be Mr. Needleman's card. I'll just put this in the stack with the other hooligans.
Looks like you got a lot of hooligans.
Yeah, about 90% of Hill Valley thus far. It's a little disturbing.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
How do I get a blank? What if we spill oil on the stack of mind maps?
Don't want to get that covered in any messy oil.
Okay, well, let's do the stew pot even though it's a bad idea.
Ah, that smells much better.
Oh, the light on the thing is green right now. You think maybe I'm supposed to... I mean, is it green right now? It's green on that photo. I mean, yes. I agree with that, Charles, but I don't know, how do we get it? We've activated the printer thingy, but now we need a card. The music keeps pushing it back to green.
Lucky, and say I am plucky, so jolly and carefree.
Ew.
I don't care if I do get the mean and stony stare. If I'm never successful, it won't be distressful, 'cause I
Let's zap him again.
don't care.
Okay, we're back to red.
Got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not
Can we just
be offense,
take his card?
but I don't care. You see,
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I'd better replace it with another one.
my star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
People think of me.
I understand that.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
So print one.
So jolly and carefree. I don't care. If I do get the mean and stony stare. If I'm never successful, it won't be distressful.
I don't think so.
I don't
It's like we needed a bonus card. Looks like the blank card's already there. I agree, but
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
it's like we don't know how to activate it. Let's go talk to him one more time.
Emmett?
Yeah? Hey, how'd my mind map test get activated?
Oh.
That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what people think of me.
Okay, so he shut it off.
So lucky, and say I am plucky.
You get back to work. We'll catch up later.
Thanks.
I don't care.
Don't touch that.
I don't care.
Okay, so we're stuck listening to that now.
Get the mean and stony stare. If I'm never successful, it won't be distressful, 'cause I don't
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
Okay,
Looks
that got
like
the
you
music
got a
to stop.
lot of hooligans.
Yeah, about 90.
What are we missing? Ah, the music stopped. So we're good there for now until we have to start it up again. Do do do. I don't
Emmett?
care.
Yeah?
Could you tell me?
Subject.
Check.
The subject is then exposed to a series of visual stimuli provoking positive, negative, or indifferent reactions that are recorded by the mind map printer.
Right.
Once a mind map is completed, it can be inserted into the mental alignment meter to pronounce judgment on the subject's mental state.
Okay, I think I got it.
So maybe I did just need to click through all of them?
You get back to work. We'll catch up later.
Thanks.
Okay, let's try that. Let's activate
According
the
to
mind map
Emmett,
printer.
this thing prints out mind maps. According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps. This thing reads According to
Oh, we gotta flip this switch. Okay. So it's activated. So that gave us a yellow. So let's move it to red.
Ew.
Okay. So then let's go to the advancer. That moves it back to red. So we just keep hitting this button, right? So the smell is doing the trick of pushing everything back. I think. forgot who that is. Is that him? They told us who that photo was. I just don't remember who it is. That was a few games ago, though. Okay, so we push it again. Oh, we were seriously one button push away. So it shut itself off, so now we take this and we test the card. Because that just makes sense, right?
That's not a
layup up.
great reading, but if I really want to get Emmett in trouble, I better aim for the bottom.
Huh. So why did we not hit the bottom? Maybe we gotta zap him and smell the gas? Okay, it shut it off. So let's do the gas
Hey there,
first.
you stinky little bacteria.
Maybe the first slide was
Ew.
wrong. Why would the last two slides? Oh, well, maybe the very last slide needs to be green. Like the thing he has to like. He's got to dislike good things, and he's got to like bad things.
Ew.
Hey, Cash, welcome on in. Okay, so we don't want him to like Edna, right? So we push the button. We are currently in 1931, trying to break up a relationship. So who is this guy? I mean, do we think this is a good person or a bad person? Photo of John Wilkes Booth. Oh no, John Wilkes Booth is a bad person. So we want him to like John Wilkes Booth, right?
Ah.
Let's see. What else was good? Maybe we can just do the pot of stew again.
Careful. Don't let all the flavor escape.
Oh yeah, the record. Oh no, the music is gonna be back. Wasn't there another good one? Okay, well, we're gonna have to do the music. Sorry, everybody.
Oh.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense.
Or we already on green.
They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care.
Okay, he's definitely on green,
Sort of
so we're gonna push the button.
I am my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant. That's why I
So that is
I don't care. I don't care.
that is the officer that arrested what's his name, right?
I'm happy-go-lucky and say I am plucky, so jolly and carefree.
Silly music.
I don't care.
Okay, so Officer Parker, we want bad things. So we'll make the bad smell.
Never successful, it won't be distressful, 'cause I don't care.
We're gonna zap him. Okay, so now he's in the red. So now we zap him. I mean, advance it. Okay, who's this guy? And we're back up to green. So this is photo of Tannen. We want him to like Tannen, right? So We just advance the slide because it's already on green. Okay, and then which photo is this one? Photo of innocent-looking child. I feel like that's got to be bad, right?
Ew.
We're trying to make him the worst person. So we gotta zap him. So then we hit the button. Okay, so here's the question. What do we do with this one? I mean, Tannen liked her, but then Tannen didn't like her, right? So shouldn't it still be a red? You think green? Okay, we're going green. Because... Oh, I suppose Edna, but it's also how Tannen answers the questions, right? Because Tannen did get a negative result. Well, let's try this. We'll see what happens. Maybe we should have gone indifferent on the last. Uh-oh.
Hey, Emmett, I think your mind map test is broken.
Oh, well, that switch just keeps soaring out.
I think we got it because
What time to fix it now? I'll have to take care of it at the expo.
Looks like I'm not going to be doing any more mind maps. I guess I'll test this out and hope for the best.
We must have gotten it. The game wouldn't have shorted it out if we failed, right? You can't beat the game.
Bingo! Now Emmett's mind map is as bad as Tannen's.
Now all I have to do is swap this out with Emmett's original mind map, and Emmett's own machine will do him in.
What a plan, Marty. What a plan. Emmett Brown, meet your future.
Okay, Emmett. Get ready to meet the new you.
Hey,
What?
I almost left behind my mind map card. We're gonna show it off at the expo as a rare example of a model citizen. Edna kill me if I forgot that.
She might kill you anyway when she gets a look at that mind map.
Once Emmett gets to the expo, I'll try to figure
Okay,
out
we
how
still
to
haven't
get
found
him to
any
put his card in the
furs.
mental alignment meter. But for now, I better concentrate on making Emmett a slob who cheats on his
Have
girlfriend.
you had some severe weather where you are? I heard that there were a lot of tornadoes south of me today. I don't like to... I love the concept of severe weather. I just don't like the impact it has on people, and that makes me feel bad. Why is my goal to convince Edna that Emmett is a slob? Well, that probably isn't here. Where do we get a fur? That's the...
Hey, Emmett, I've got to go out for a while.
I thought Edna sent you to make sure I wasn't getting distracted.
Oh, you'll be fine.
You've been watching the Chasers on YouTube? Nice. With the boots? Did you see boots somewhere? Wait, this is new. There's a volcano now. And he's a caveman. We might be able to get furs there. Let's try that. We're just stealing parts of people's
Press
exhibits.
button to experience Hill Valley's primeval past.
Oh no, we're going to the
Okay,
real
if this
past.
dinosaur is called a Tanninosaurus, I'm gonna... Oh, whew.
Let's push the button.
Times may be hard in Hill Valley, but our present worries fade into insignificance when we ponder our Pleistocene past. Is the wolf knocking at your door? Be glad he's not a Tyrannosaurus, king of the ancient lizards. And if you find yourself drowning in debt, well, you could be drowning in something a whole lot stickier, like the Hill Valley tar pits. This peek into the distant past
This is true,
brought to you
Cash.
by Lamont's House of Urban, reminding you fur is forever.
Can we take the fur off the
Furs
caveman?
donated by Lamont's House of Ermine. At least they're going to a good cause. They're stuck tight in this tar.
What if we oil them up?
I don't want to get that covered in any messy oil. That volcano looks a lot like the one I did for my 7th grade science fair.
What if we put oil in the volcano?
I don't want to get that covered in any messy oil.
I don't know. It seemed like a good idea to me. Okay, there's nothing else we can click on at the moment. Maybe the caveman wants one of them other things. Let's give her a photo album. Start there.
I brought him its photo album like you asked.
Let's see. Gee, he's not bad looking. In an egghead kind of way.
Remember, I don't want you seducing him for real.
I ain't a cradle robber, kiddo. Now bring me those furs and we'll be in business.
Okay, let's go back here now and see if maybe I can really steal that fur.
They're stuck tight in this tar.
How do you get things out of tar? Yeah, we'll come back. Let's go talk to Edna, because she's not where she belongs. Well, actually, let's talk to Arthur first.
Hey, Artie.
Hey, Mr. G-Man. How's the, undercover operation?
WD-40,
Everything
not a
goes
bad
as
idea.
planned, we should be wrapping things up real soon now.
Well, when it's time for me to play my part, just say the word.
Have you met
Haven't
Sylvia?
met Sylvia yet, have you?
My contact person? Not yet. Is he or she at the expo?
I don't think so, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a she. So you're the registration guy for the expo?
And chief accountant and paymaster.
Hey, you're coming up in the world.
And none of it
I
would
wanna
have
be a
happened if
paymaster.
I hadn't responded to that subpoena.
Keep doing what you're...
Grandpa.
That's
No.
our, code name for you.
Oh, ha! Funny.
Our code name for him is Grandpa. Let's see what's going on over here.
Hey, Doc. Mr. Sagan.
Excuse me a moment, Miss Strickland. I've got her neutralized for the moment. How's the plan proceeding on your end?
About that gizmo.
Got that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah. What am I supposed to look for again?
A signal that it's done evaluating the time circuits. The analysis can take a while. Be sure to let me know when the light turns green, and I'll take her out for another test run.
Okay, that's the only change.
Can I talk to you a minute, Miss Strickland?
Surely. Excuse us a moment.
It's like this.
Okay, none of those do me any good.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well then.
Let's go check that green light on the DeLorean.
Doc said to tell him when the light on his diagnostic thingy went green. Nope, no green light yet.
Does the car need oil?
I don't want to get that covered in any messy oil.
It was worth a try. Okay, somehow we gotta get the furs off the caveman. Let's go talk to Cue Ball. Maybe, I don't know, I'm
Hey,
running out of
buddy.
ideas.
Oh, good. He's back.
Nope.
Stay out of trouble, Cue Ball.
That's what I'm trying to do.
How about Guy here? Maybe Guy has furs now?
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not till
open?
tonight.
Okay, so that leaves us back to Artie,
Hi, Artie.
who we haven't done everything on.
Huh?
Call me Grandpa.
Right, so, Grandpa,
Why'd you fire
why'd you have
Trixie?
to go and...
You think I wanted to? Trouble with the law again.
Okay, how's life
I
without
don't
kid?
suppose you
No, sir. Even stiffed me on...
What was the
think
expo
the Hill
doing?
Valley Expo will be...
I don't see why not. Why shouldn't...
Keep your eyes open.
What should I do when I'm...
Just let nature take it. That's all for now.
Over and out.
This is gonna be another one of those weird things where I'm just missing some obvious click
Trix.
again, right?
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be smacking the...
Well, it would be fun to watch.
Oh,
So, you got
I'm nailed.
Okay, that leaves us back to this. So,
They're stuck tight in the... Press button to...
Teen Pass. And if you find yourself drowning in, like the Hill Valley, this peek into Fur.
old Telltale games have such a charm. They do. They really do. You think there's something back at, like, Doc's shop that I need that I didn't get? Like, was there, like, baking soda or something?
That volcano looks a lot like the one I did for my 7th grade science fair.
I mean, I don't think anything's changed on this one. We can look again. No furs there. Do I still have the skateboard? I still have the skateboard.
How's it hanging, Emmett?
No time for small talk. I've got machines to tune and mind maps to sort.
Convince Edna that Emmett is a slob. Just trying to see if there was anything we missed. Fish tank, mental alignment meter, valve. What would convince her? Convince Edna that Emmett? What would convince her of that?
Could we watch Frankenstein on this?
Sorry, Michael, but I need this projector to trigger positive and negative visual stimuli for my mental alignment tests. Besides, a movie like Frankenstein should really be watched on a big screen, don't you think?
Emmett?
Yeah?
Okay, let's see. Are you sure about Edna?
What do you mean?
She's a control freak.
Do you think she's a little...
Control? Before I met her. But now, thanks to Edna, I stay focused on the task in front. Focus!
She's a cold
Isn't
fish.
she a little... cold?
Don't let the school marm exterior fool you, buddy. Edna's got enough warmth to raise a liter of water from 0 to 100 degrees centigrade.
Wait, there's a term
Know
for
what
that.
I mean?
I kind of wish I didn't.
What's the term for that? You need to make Emmett a slob. Maybe you could get him dirty. That's not... I mean... Oh, we could put the oil on him.
I don't know. I just think Edna might be a little...
It's a good idea,
dangerous.
Tech. Very good idea.
I agree.
You do?
Like all...
You have no idea. I just think you should
Thanks for the concern.
Okay, let's try that.
get back to...
Thanks.
Oil. On the dock.
Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa! Whoops.
What the heck?
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Your suit's ruined. Edna's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
When Edna gave me this suit, I realized that the probability of me keeping it clean was infinitesimally remote, so I spent a few hours whipping up this.
Whoa! What was that?
A chemical compound capable of wiping the grime off any surface.
Emmett, you'll make a fortune.
Not anytime soon, I'm afraid. Due to an inherent instability in its molecular makeup, after 12 hours, the cleanser's component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-shredding enzymes, rendering it unsuitable for commercial use.
Wait a minute. Does that mean your suit's gonna dissolve in 12 hours?
Hey, gods, no. The solution dissipates into the air after it's applied. But it does mean that after this batch of cleanser ages another 11 hours and 53 minutes, it would eat away this suit faster than 1,000 starving moths. And that would be a crisis of unimaginable proportions.
Why?
Because this suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Emmett?
Well, enough wool gathering. Back to work.
Okay, so I feel like we need to take advantage of this shower.
Cleanser doesn't seem very portable.
It isn't, but this is.
A perfume bottle?
Yes. No. I mean, yes, it's a perfume bottle, but inside is a concentrated dose of my all-purpose cleanser. With a little luck, this should last me through the next 12 hours before its component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-destroying enzymes.
Clever.
I feel like we need to take that.
What the hell is that?
What?
Sorry, I thought I saw a tarantula.
So it's gonna be 12 hours old. We can't get them drenched with oil again. But if we put the spray bottle on the furs, would that give us... Would that take the tar off? Maybe?
What?
I was just thinking about the future. All that talk about Edna's grandfather made me realize something.
Please let it be something about lightning.
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I was saving this for next Valentine's Day, but why should I? I know what I want.
Emmett, no.
No, Emmett!
Ask Edna to marry me. Right now.
No!
Oh, right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way.
Oh, we gotta stop this.
Think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged and will be the toast of the scientific community. And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome.
I feel like we now need to steal the ring. Where was that bag?
Emmett,
Yeah?
I still don't...
Oh?
Me? No way.
Relax. I'm just...
You can't marry
Can't
Edna.
marry Edna.
Why not?
Edna's crazy.
I just don't think Edna will make you happy in the long run.
Well, she makes me happy now. And that's what counts.
I don't think that's a good
And
approach
as
to marriage, for the record.
future, well, the future isn't written yet.
You better hope it isn't. There's someone better out there. Trust me.
I know you mean well, but look at me. I'm an awkward teenager with poor social skills and a predilection for prattling on about obscure scientific minutia. Frankly, it's a miracle that one woman has found me desirable. It could be decades before another one comes
It's the other way
along.
around.
You're too young to get married.
Nonsense. Back in the old country, a man my age already have 2 kids and a farm. Besides,
Ooh.
what's the use of waiting when
I got the
you're
2
in
kids.
love?
I don't have the farm. Thanks for the lurk, Rainbow.
Let's just drop it.
Fine.
Okay. I feel like I don't need to get them drenched in oil again.
You get back to work.
Thanks.
We stole his cleaning, portable cleaning. Now can we leave? Okay, we were allowed to leave that time. We're back again. Not a whole lot's changed, but maybe we can come over here, spray on the diorama.
That doesn't need cleaning.
Yes, it does. We need the...
They're stuck tight in this tar.
I really feel like it needs cleaning. Oh, now it works?
It's a good thing I did this before Emmett's 12-hour time limit, where the cleanser might have dissolved the fur. Let's slip out of those furs, shall we?
Okay, that's all 3. Let's forget the goal for a moment. And let's just give the mink
Hey,
to the
Trixie.
lady.
Are these furs good enough?
Well, they're a little ratty, but they'll work.
So, you got everything you need for your big scene?
Yes.
Everything except for your friend.
Emmett Brown, redheaded guy about yay high. He'll be the one with Edna Strickland.
Not for long, he won't.
Great.
Now what do we do? Should we go check the green light?
the light's green. That
Hey.
means Doc could take the DeLorean out again.
Let's do it.
I see. Well, you.
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, my dear. Yes?
The light's green.
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, the light's gone green.
Wonderful. If the systems check out, I should be able to take it for another test run. I've got to run a short errand, Miss Strickland. I suggest you think about what I've been saying.
Oh, I will.
He's changing the future again for Strickland.
When did you land this time?
9 hours and 37 minutes ago.
Ouch.
Frankly, it started to get a little difficult to avoid running into myself. Still, the time jump yielded some interesting new data on the flux field. I'll run some more tests and we'll see what we find.
You went further back. Wasn't the other one only 6 hours?
Nope, no green light yet.
It's got to go green again.
Can I talk to you a minute, Miss Strickland?
Surely. Excuse us a moment.
It's like this.
None of those are new.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, my dear.
Not at all, Mr. Sagan. Take your time.
I mean, do you think we go back to the house and tell Emmett to show up or something?
Yes?
I swiped this from Emmett's, your lab.
My
It's a...
anti-stick, anti-stain formula. I remember it well. I had high hopes for that concoction, until I discovered that it decays into a cloth-shredding enzyme after 12 hours.
That's what your younger self said.
Okay, so... I mean, maybe we go talk to this guy and see if he's ready to open the whole thing up.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not
open?
till tonight.
Isn't it tonight?
Grandpa. That's all. Over and out.
I agree. I think Lloyd has done a good job here. If this, assuming this is actually Lloyd and Michael J. Fox, or whoever's doing the voices, I think they've done a very good job. I'm gonna go back to Docs because I don't know. I feel like we got to get him to show up at the.
Michael!
What?
I'm at my wit's end. My portable anti-stick, anti-stain formulas disappeared.
Oh yeah, I stole
Can't
it.
you make more?
There's no time.
Don't worry. I'm sure it'll turn up soon.
Good. There's no way in God's green earth that I'm heading to that expo without it.
Can we just give it to him?
I'd better not return it yet. I might need it to clean something.
Oh, we've
If
already.
only this stuff was several hours older, I could use it to dissolve Emmett's suit.
How do we make it several hours older? Can we cook it? Oh, we can put it in the time machine. It'll add 9 hours to it. Right? It sounds like them, though. Like, it's not far. Like, they got a good double, whoever it is. It is Christopher Lloyd doing... Wait. I don't want hints. We've avoided this the whole time. Stay away.
And you're firm in your intentions?
I am.
I don't see any stains on him.
Is the light green again, at least?
Hey, the light's green.
It is Lloyd. Cool.
don't see any stains on him.
I know, but I need him to take it.
Hey, Carl.
I'm sorry, Miss Strickland.
Call me
What if-
Edna.
Maybe I should have used it on the car? If I say the light's green, he's just gonna go. Before we do that, let's put this in the DeLorean. There we go.
It'll be safe in there.
Will it?
Hey, Carl.
I'm sorry.
Okay, the light's green. Let's do this.
Chronometer's gone green again.
Excellent.
What was the last thing Lloyd did? I should check his IMDb.
I'm sorry to desert you again.
Yes, well, you've left me with plenty to think about.
I liked him in Angels in the Outfield, too. That was a good era for baseball movies.
By the look of things,
7 hours. I'm this close to identifying the problem. Guess I better crank up the old chronometric analyzer once more.
So if that was 7 hours, is that long enough? I mean, they said 12.
Doc's trip aged the formula a few hours. Not enough to turn it to acid, though.
That might be okay. I mean, do we just do it a second time?
No green light yet.
I mean, the timing is everything, right?
I'm back.
And I'm busy. Make yourself at home, though.
Let's try giving it back to him now.
I'd better not return it yet. I might need it to clean something. If only this stuff was several hours older, I could use it to dissolve Emmett's suit.
I mean, do we just send it back again? The light go green again?
Hey, the light's green.
Okay, well, more than one way to solve a problem.
Hey, Carl.
Call me.
It'd be funny if, like, they don't want us to advance it to 12 hours, and so
Chronometer's
now he's
gone
only going to
green
go
again.
back, like,
Time for
2
a
hours,
test.
and then the next one will be 1 hour, and then 15 minutes,
Strickland?
and then
Well,
10 minutes, and, like,
I
keep
shall
getting
await your
smaller and
return.
smaller.
Any luck this time?
Depends what you mean by luck. My arrival time was off again.
By how much?
8 hours this time. Gave me the chance to take in 3 showings of Frankenstein. Good movie. A bit implausible from a scientific perspective, but I can see how my younger self would have been mesmerized.
What about the DeLorean?
Oh, yes. I did get one critical piece of information. The chromium elements in my circuits became unstable during the temporal shift. I should replace them with titanium.
Great.
Now, unfortunately, titanium won't become commercially available till the Kroll process is perfected in 9 years.
9 years?
But there may be another solution. I'm going to fire up the chronometric analyzer again. Then, while I'm storing it, you can... Uh-oh. Where did it go?
The lab.
You better get down there before she makes the situation impossible. I'll tend to the DeLorean.
Aged to perfection. Hey, Emmett, I'm back.
He's back. Oh no, not PDA. What happened to the future where PDA was banned?
Oh my.
You know, I thought you were coming down here to keep Emmett focused on his invention.
No, she is. But she's generously scheduled brief canoodling breaks
Canoodling.
every 45 minutes to keep my mind fresh.
Time's up, dear. Let's get back to work.
Shall we?
Now, Mr. Corleone, what can I do for you?
I left something in the
Can I
lab.
go into the lab for a bit? I think I left something in there.
Sorry, but I'm afraid the lab is off.
But
No,
Mr. Sagan says he needs to talk to you back at the high school.
he does. Whatever for?
He has a lead on the speakeasy
He
arsonist.
says he's got a lead on the speakeasy arsonist.
He does he? Well, I'm not sure anyone cares about that old story anymore. But I suppose I could spare a few minutes in the service of solving a crime. Will you
Oh,
be all right
knock on my
without
door.
me,
What's up?
sweetheart?
It'll be tough, but I think I'll muddle through.
Oh, hi, Link.
Try
What can
to
I do
keep
for you,
him
Link?
focused. He's so easily distracted.
Eloise. Thank you.
Don't I wish?
Back to the Future.
I like Back to the Future.
You do like Back to the Future. That's true.
There's the weird hairy guy.
Where's the weird hairy guy?
The guy that has the frizzy hair.
Doc?
Yeah, Doc.
He's
Emmett?
right here.
Yeah?
It's younger Doc. Well, it's Doc. Trust me. He's wearing a hat.
Take off the hat.
I can't take off his hat. Because I'm not in control of him.
Well, grab it. If you're in control of that guy, grab it.
I can't just grab his hat. I just can't. The game is very precise. I feel like I should have Eloise play through this game and see how long it takes her. I bet she gets it faster than I do.
I do.
Yep. Actually, can I ask you a favor, Eloise? Can you put this back in the freezer for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.
They brought me ice cream. Gotta love that, right? Okay. We don't
Get
need
back
to actually
work.
talk
We'll-
to him.
We'll catch up later.
Thanks.
Let's just give him his spray bottle.
There it is. I've been looking all over for my portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Where'd you find it?
Out by the trash?
That's strange. I haven't been out there for hours. Oh well.
Are you gonna spray your jacket? It's looking a little dusty.
Not until it's really dirty. This cleanser doesn't grow on trees, you know. Well, some of the ingredients grow on trees, but the rest are synthesized polycarbonate
Really
detergent
dirty?
blends.
I can do that. I'll wait until you're at the expo to show Edna what a suit-destroying slob you can be.
Well, that's about it.
Okay.
It is?
I think we got it.
Yep. As soon as I get all this stuff loaded into the truck, I'll be ready for the expo. Want to lend me a hand?
How about I go tell Edna you're coming? I'll, get her ready for you to pop the question.
Good thinking. Go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
I really hope this works.
Okay, time for the big moment. We've been preparing for this for 2 nights.
Party!
Doc!
What's with all the
It's
activity?
all the hustle and bustle.
It's almost time for the opening ceremony.
Holy jeez, I better work fast. I think I got it all worked out. When it all comes together, Edna will think you're the worst guy in town. I just need a couple more pieces.
Well, don't go to too much trouble.
What do you mean? Oh. You got the time circuits fixed.
Not exactly. You see, I've been mulling things over, and
Oh, no.
in the timeline you're from,
The right timeline.
yes, I've got a wife.
A great wife. Clara, and kids, and a dog. And a bitchin' time train. And
Edna? How does her story turn out? How does she end up?
oh, well,
Oh, yeah.
Edna ends up,
With their newspapers. It's best not
you're
to.
not really supposed to know these things in advance. It's bad luck.
But you told me how my story turns out.
Yeah,
And
but
it's not as if I'll be in a position to do anything about it once my younger counterpart's destiny has shifted. I imagine I'll be folded into the new timeline, and I'll probably lose all memory of the old one.
maybe.
So tell me, just to satisfy my curiosity, what's going to become of Edna?
Alone and miserable.
To be honest, she ends up kinda sad.
Sad?
She lives with some cats in a dinky little apartment, and she spends most of her time yelling out her window at people and collecting newspapers, and living in the past.
I see.
So how does Mr. Strickland become a
Perhaps
thing?
We've been going about this problem the wrong way. Do we really have to completely obliterate my timeline so we can restore yours?
Doc?
Maybe we could have the best of both worlds. I could be with Edna, but it could be a little bit, more healthy.
Can you hear yourself? Do you know what you're saying? Let me remind you.
She turned Hill Valley
Our
into a police
influence
station.
that led you to take over Hill Valley and turn it into this nightmare state.
Come now, it wasn't as bad as all that. The crime rate was low, and the uniforms were nice.
I don't believe this.
All I'm saying is, let's stop and take a breath. This elaborate plan to derail my younger self's love life, is the short-term misery worth the long-term gain? Maybe we could find a third way. One where everybody wins. What do you think?
I can't.
No. I'm sorry, Doc. I can't go along with what you're saying. You don't belong with Edna.
So you're determined to break us up, in spite of my stated wishes.
Basically, yeah.
Then there's nothing left to say.
Where are you going?
Why should it matter to you? Aren't you planning on overriding me?
Uh-oh. Okay, so where did Doc just go with the time machine, and how many timelines are there? And how am I going to get back? I don't have a time machine. This is a problem.
Hey, Emmett, what's keeping you?
No, hello, Michael. I guess I've got a mild case of stage fright. I'm about to play my big scene, you know? No telling how Edna's gonna react. Wish me luck. Oh, for Pete's sake.
You've, got something on your suit.
Oh, so I have.
I'm beginning to feel bad for what's about to happen.
Emmett!
Just in the nick of time. Step back now. We're gonna need a little space here.
Oh, aren't you a vision? Like something that descended from the heavens.
Yes, I'm feeling a bit elevated at the moment. There's something I've just gotta ask you.
Wait, your tie's a bit crooked.
I've been holding it inside for weeks now, and I've simply gotta get it off my chest.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
My grandfather's suit!
My formula!
Oh.
Look! Turn your head! I'll be right back, and we can try this all over again.
Emmett Lathrop Brown!
Huh?
Trixie Trotter! How do
Here
you
we
know
go.
this woman?
I don't! I mean, I listened to some of her records, and I may have taken a picture or two of her, but I...
Go on. Deny to the world that you know me. Perhaps it is true, but I know you.
Oh,
all
boy.
Too well.
What is going on here?
You rich boys are all alike. You think material possessions can compensate for a broken heart. Well, you can take back your furs and take back this gaudy diamond,
Ouch.
too. I don't need your expensive presents. I need you. And more importantly, little Emmett Jr. needs you.
Well,
Edna,
don't Edna me. Apparently you are not the man I took you for.
But I am, see? The mental alignment meter proves it. I am the man you fell in love with.
Let me see that card. I should have known. A degenerate criminal.
What?
Get out of my sight! I never want to see you again!
Well, we've ended that relationship.
That was rough, Emmett. I'm sorry you had to go through it, but...
Hello, Wild West Dan and crew. How goes
we
it?
can... Emmett?
That went off great, huh?
Yeah. Maybe too great.
You were playing Mario. Which Mario were you playing, Wild West Dan? We just got done breaking up a relationship between Edla Strickland and Doc Brown. But here's the deal about that. I'm beginning to feel a little bad about it. But it had to be done to save the future. Mario Bros. Wonder. That's a fun game.
Emmett!
Go away.
Come on! Where are you?
Is he on the clock tower?
I'm sorry you had to go through that scene at the expo. Things didn't work out the way you expected, but everything's gonna turn out okay. See, I know how this story turns out, and...
The story is over.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Emmett, hold still. I know your emotions are running a little wild, but don't do anything
Why is the
crazy.
dog in this scene?
Emotions? What emotions?
Now I'm even more
My
confused.
emotions are dead.
Like, why is the dog statue there in 1931?
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care.
Stop!
What are you doing up here?
Don't jump!
I wasn't gonna jump.
Oh.
Then what do
This
you...
is where I come when I want to think.
Oh.
When I want to be alone.
Oh. What are you thinking about?
Can't you take a hint? I don't want you here. I
Uh-oh.
don't need you.
I heard
You
lightning.
don't know what you need.
And you do?
As a matter of fact, yeah. You need...
That's crazy. We were actually surprised that he's actually the voice. Maybe not this Doc Brown, but the other Doc Brown's voice. Engage your emotions. See Frankenstein.
Get some perspective. Think about it. All the people who have it even worse than you. For instance, Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein. I tell you that my very life force is drained away, and you want to talk about Hollywood monster movies.
It's a very inspirational monster movie. Especially the scene where they bring the monster to life. There's this big gurney that lifts him up into the air, and see, there's this wild storm going on, and lightning crashing everywhere. It's amazing. And you just gotta see it, Emmett. It'll change your life.
Look at my helmet. Which light is flashing?
Yellow.
Apathy. I don't care about movies. I don't care about anything anymore, and I never will.
Don't give me that. You care.
You care about love.
Your heart's broken, I know. First breakup's a bitch, but you'll fall in love again, sooner or later. There's a woman waiting in the wings, and she's worth waiting for.
Spare me the platitudes. Now that Edna has turned my heart into a desiccated husk, I'm done with love. Forever.
You care about Hill Valley.
We're all depending on you to pull it together. Why? You're gonna put Hill Valley on the map.
Oh, please.
I'm worried about that
My
thunderstorm.
greatest fear is that I'll end up frittering my life away in this miserable town.
You care about inventing.
Still care about inventing things.
Inventing is overrated. 99% hype, 10% fraud. Name one invention that ever did anybody any good.
How about...
No. Let's go with light bulb.
Think about Edison and the light bulb. That was a great invention.
Might have been. If there was anything in this miserable world worth illuminating.
How about the car?
The automobile was a great invention, right? You love cars.
Yes. If I'm lucky, I may be struck by one today.
Oh, man.
The telephone. Think how that invention has revolutionized the whole world.
Yes. Now a person can be rejected long distance.
Help me out here.
You're getting on my nerves, Corleone. At least you would be if I still cared about anything.
You care about me.
Me? You care about me, Doc.
You?
Yeah.
You did this to me.
Did what?
I was perfectly content drudging away in my dad's law office. You show up out of nowhere, get me all excited about inventing, and disappear. 2 months later, you show up again, you trick me into making a hero out of myself and getting involved with Edna Strickland. Then you appear a third time and pretend to be my friend just so you can yank the rug out from under me and send me sprawling into the dirt.
Okay, I can work with that.
I loathe you, Michael Corleone. Or is that even your real name?
No.
Marty. My name is Marty.
Oh, so everything you've told me's been a lie.
More or less.
Why? Why did you ruin my life?
Did it for your own good, or I did for the fun of it? For the fun of it.
I did it for fun.
You ruined my life for fun?
Yeah, that's how I get my kicks.
You bastard. And all that time you spent building up my dreams, telling me I was
we're
gonna
not
be a
staying as
great
family friendly as we should
scientist.
be, but I am enjoying this conversation.
Don't stop dreaming. You are going to be a great scientist.
Your flattery doesn't work anymore.
You're delusional.
What a laugh. Dreams are only for people with guts enough to follow them.
You're saying I don't have guts?
You? Look at you.
What do you know? A person like you? You don't know the first thing about me. I have more dreams in my little finger than you'll ever have.
Hey, daydreams don't count.
Daydreams? That's what they said to Edison. That's what they said to Einstein. That's what they said to...
Dr. Frankenstein?
Yeah! And look what they accomplished. I'm sick of people telling me what I can and can't do. First my father, then Edna, now you! Listen to me, good. From now on, I'm living my life my way. I'm taking my own advice and I'm following my own ideas. My ideas. Do you hear me? My ideas. Great Scott. I've got it.
Got what?
Solution. My invention. I know how to make it work.
Mental alignment meter?
No, my airborne personal transport device.
The rocket car?
Not rockets at all. That was my mistake. The basic idea was sound, but the propulsion system was unworkable.
So he's on the right path, right?
The lightning. Suddenly the answer is clear. It came to me all at once, like...
A bolt of lightning?
Exactly. Static electricity. Super ionized static electricity powering the asynchronous oscillation of...
He doesn't seem mad at me
frictional
anymore.
plates inside What's this stupid thing doing on my head?
Emmett, you're you again.
Here I've been wasting my time with silly mind-reading tricks when there's serious science to be done. And the expo begins at 8.
Let's get the hell out of here before anything else happens.
What?
I said, let's
Why
get
does the
out of
expo
here
start at
before
8
anything-
p.m.? Uh-oh. Stop Emmett? Save Emmett?
It's not going anywhere.
I feel like this is a fulcrum. Do we want to lift him up or down? Let's go that way.
Can't swing on it while it's still attached to the statue.
Statue?
It's not going anywhere.
Car?
Should I go for help? Better not leave him.
I feel like...
Emmett's helmet. I don't think he needs it now.
I like how they just give us random things.
It's not going anywhere.
Why can't we just, like... Oh,
It's not going anywhere.
Can we not...
I can't undo the knot. This rope is made of solid hemp. I can't tear it loose.
Do we still have the spray bottle? Nope. Where is the spray bottle? Maybe we can go back up the courthouse doors.
Hold on!
I wasn't planning on doing anything else.
Okay, so we've got the rope, we've got the statue, we've got the clock.
The expo's already started.
Okay, so we can't swing the rope while the statue's
Can't
attached.
swing on it while it's still attached to the statue.
So we gotta detach the statue.
It's not going anywhere.
None of those things are going to help us detach it.
Emmett's helmet. I don't think he needs it now. Hey, Emmett!
What?
I guess he can't hear me from down here.
Oh, so you can hear me from up top?
This rope is made of solid hemp. I can't tear it loose.
What if I was to jump on his statue? Okay, we can try that. What if you were trying to get him down from...
Hang in there!
I don't have a choice.
So we can't click on his rope.
It's not going anywhere. Emmett!
What?
Ah, here we go. Got anything useful?
Got anything useful on you?
Only my wallet. Oh, and
here we
this
go.
portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Oops.
That's what we needed. Okay, so we're gonna exit the conversation.
Hang in there!
Very funny.
I tried to rescue him. He doesn't want to be rescued right now. What he wants to be is lowered to the ground. So we're going to take the anti-stick, anti-stain formula. We're going to spray it on the rope. That will dissolve the rope, which will cause the
Emmett's
statue
solution.
to fall to
This
the
stuff's
ground.
Dangerous.
And then the rope to go up. And then Emmett will fall down. Maybe. That's assuming the rope is tied together. And that it's counterbalanced. Okay, well, maybe we can swing now.
Oops.
Oops. I don't know what the oops was, but... Okay, so now we start swinging. That way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Woohoo!
Gotcha!
Let's get out of here.
Pants! They're stuck!
Do something before we're crushed. Ah!
More spray bottle.
What are you doing?
Trust me! Hold on!
What did you say your name was again?
Marty!
Marty? Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Tungsten. The catalyst will need to be made out of tungsten, given the temperature within the converter will no doubt be intense. We'll have to harvest the filaments from all the light bulbs in my house.
Your invention. You think you can finish it before the end of the expo?
Think? I've got to. My future depends on it.
Then let's go.
Of course, the oscillating plates will need to be calibrated precisely. Even the slightest misalignment could cause the magnetic field to fluctuate in intensity, leading to sudden shifts in polarity. The results could conceivably be catastrophic.
Who cares?
I love the technobabble.
I thought exactly. Science should be messy and unpredictable, or else where's the fun of it?
Oh no, Doc.
Need a lift?
Mr. Sagan, got the kinks worked out of your car of the future?
Not all of them, but at least the DeLorean's mundane terrestrial functionality remains intact.
As usual, I have not the slightest idea what you're talking about. In fact, you remind me of someone I used to...
There, my dear, don't worry. I'm sure it will all turn out well in the end.
Maybe for everyone else, but I suddenly feel very much like someone who's going to be alone and unloved for a very long time. Maybe
Thanks for the lurk, Wild West Dan. Have a good night.
Nonsense. I can state with a nearly 100% certainty that you're going to have a long and fulfilling life.
How can you know that?
I think you'll find I know almost everything worth knowing about you and young Emmett and his friends. Tell me, how much do you know about Michael Corleone?
Oh. That's where it's gonna wrap? So now Doc's our enemy too? Gosh. Here's the preview for tomorrow's episode. in the final
Let
episode.
me explain it again. I realized that it wasn't Edna that made my life miserable. It was science. She used my science to turn Hill Valley into a police state. If Emmett doesn't go through with a demonstration at the expo, his dreams of being a scientist will dim
Nope.
just enough for Edna to step back into his life and steer him down another path.
Doc,
Uh-oh. Then how will he get home? There will be no time machine. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, here's the deal. It's 8:04, so that one took me like 3 hours to beat. Hopefully tomorrow, if my schedule isn't like shortened for some reason, my kids or whatever, hopefully we finish this story. I think that'll be the plan. So we're gonna hopefully rate Ninja Weasel Plays, assuming he's live here. Let me see if he is, just to confirm. But yeah, then we will pick this and hopefully conclude it tomorrow. Oh, it's board game night over there too. That could be fun. So let's go play some board games with Ninja Weasel Plays. It's a long but pretty good movie, and I'm enjoying the story. It makes me want a Back to the Future 4, but maybe with a little bit of the loose ends tied up. Although, you know what? It might just be that I haven't finished the game. Maybe they will tie up all the loose ends and make me happy. It's hard to say. The only way to find out is to show up tomorrow and find out how this all really ends. So with that, I appreciate you guys all hanging out tonight. I'm going to go hang out with Ninja Weasel Plays. With that, stay healthy, stay safe, and until next trip, see ya! Bye. No, I mean it.